I want you to listen to me right now, not with your earthly ears, which have been dulled by the clamor of this world, but with that heavenly receptor that is embedded deep inside your soul. Because the information that I am about to disclose is not intended for everyone. Those individuals whose spiritual DNA has been triggered for such a time as this are the only ones who will be able to resonate with this message. It is because the stars themselves have called out your name across the vastness of the cosmos that you have chosen to be here. You have not been pulled to this holy meeting by happenstance. Rather, it is a divine appointment that has brought you here. The 26th of March, 2025 is a day that you should not forget, because it is not only written on your calendar, but also woven into the very fabric of fate itself. Oh, my most cherished and chosen ones, do you feel that trembling beneath your feet? Those vibrations are not merely worldly in nature. What you are witnessing is the universe itself, trembling in anticipation of what is about to take place. At precisely 6:53 in the morning, the moon, which is known for being a secret keeper and a mystery discloser, enters the sign of Capricorn. It is not just a typical celestial movement that is occurring here. The time for spiritual childishness has come to an end, and this is a cosmic announcement that this moment has come. Playing games is not something that Capricorn does. The sign of Capricorn is here to construct kingdoms within your own psyche. During the time that they are sleeping in spiritual ignorance, pursuing shallow pleasures and hollow accomplishments, you have been readied for this moment of divine restructuring. When the moon is in Capricorn, accountability is required. Maturity is required for it. It brings out the mountain climber that is lying dormant within you. May I have a witness present? Am I able to find somebody who is familiar with the subject I am discussing? The unrelenting drive to achieve greatness, which some people mistake for something else entirely. It is not a worldly aspiration to do that. This is your spirit coming to terms with its true place in the world. Your soul is reacting to the Capricorn vibration that has been activated in the heavens, and that is what you are experiencing. It is likely that they will advise you to lower your expectations. They will advise you to establish goals that are attainable. People will say that your vision is too ambitious and too large for them to handle. Let me tell you something, however. They do not have access to the cosmic blueprint that directs your trip. The manifestation of the last quarter moon, which is a glorious event, takes place in Capricorn at precisely 10:20 a.m. local time. Do you have an understanding of the significance of this constellation? This is not only about the phase of the moon, rather, it is about the timing of the divine. A message of release and letting go is conveyed by the last quarter moon. You are the one who has been selected to take part in a sacred surrender, while others are desperately clinging to what was. How much do you need to let go? Those restricted ideas, those harmful relationships, and those dreams that were never vast enough to encompass your cosmic destiny are all examples of things that you should avoid. They want you to remain mired in a pattern of repetition. It is to their advantage that you remain spiritually stagnant. They have constructed entire systems from the ground up with the intention of ensuring that you continue to repeat the same lessons without ever reaching a higher level of consciousness. With that being said, I have a prophecy for you today. This final quarter moon in Capricorn will open a doorway to freedom that they will be unable to shut. The cosmic permission slip that you have been given to walk away from all that has kept you tethered to mediocrity is presented to you here. You are here for a reason. If you feel the call, answer it. Click join to unlock exclusive content, deep insights, and a powerful community. This isn't just a membership, it's an awakening. Step into your divine purpose. Join the chosen. However, there is more to it. Pluto, the ruler of transformation and hidden power, creates a sextile aspect with Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and values. Both planets are in the sign of Libra. These occurrences are not occurring by chance. With this precise alignment, which occurred at precisely 2:44 p.m. Pacific Time on March 25th, a vibrational runway is created that leads directly into our heavenly appointment that will take place on March the 26th. Permit me to explain this to you in a manner that they would prefer you not to get an understanding of. The Venus-Pluto sextile refers to the alteration of the heart through alchemical processes. Love that not only comforts, but also transforms, is the subject of this story. It is about beauty that not only satisfies the sense of sight, but also helps to awaken the spirit. You are the one who has been selected to experience relationships on a level that everyone else is unable to comprehend. You, on the other hand, have been destined for soul-merging experiences that will stimulate your evolutionary leap, whilst they are content to settle for superficial ties based on convenience and social approval. Due to the sextile between Venus and Pluto, a cosmic crucible is created in which everything that is untrue must be burned away. Disclosing everything that is not genuine is necessary. They are afraid of this energy because it displays the hollowness of the bonds they have with one another. However, you, my dearly adored, were destined to be a part of this flame. I am declaring the reality of what I am saying over you now, and that is your spirit acknowledging that truth. Now pay great attention, because what I am going to tell is exactly what they have been trying to hide from you in order to prevent you from witnessing. During the time that all of these powerful astrological energies are converging, the skies themselves will put on a brilliant display of light. There are meteor showers that streak across the night sky, and comets, which are messengers from the heavens, become apparent to those who have the ability to view. Someone will tell you that these are nothing more than rocks that are igniting in the atmosphere. They are going to reduce the wonder of the cosmos to a simple scientific explanation. On the other hand, you are more knowledgeable. You have come to the realization that these falling stars are, in fact, tears of joy from heaven on account of the chosen ones finally becoming aware of their reason for being. It is your ancestors, your spiritual lineage, who are breaking through the curtain to witness your activation. The meteors are their manifestation. Every single ray of light that travels over the night sky is a sign that those who came before you are keeping an eye on you, providing support and celebrating your accomplishments. Do you see how everything fits together? Your spiritual journey will be given structure by the Capricorn moon. The final quarter moon will make it easier for you to let go of things that are required. Venus and Pluto will strengthen your potential for transforming connection, and the stars themselves will fall in celebration of your enlightenment. This cosmic activity is not a random occurrence. This is a divine convergence that has been arranged. Permit me to share with you something that you have been experiencing but have been unable to identify. That weight that you feel in your chest, it is not anxiety at all. It is a form of spiritual anticipation. Does it make it harder to sleep? That is not the same as insomnia. Because it is aware of what is going to happen, your soul is too enthusiastic to rest during this time. Your existence has been predetermined for this very instant in the annals of cosmic history, even before you were born. While other people are concerned with the financial market and social media, your spirit has been monitoring the movements of the heavens with an inner awareness that goes beyond rational comprehension. There have been attempts made to persuade you that your sensitivity is a sign of weakness. Anxiety is the name that they have given to your awareness. They have made your abilities into a pathology in order to maintain your dependence on their control mechanisms. But God chose the foolish things of the world to shame the wise. God chose the weak things of the world to shame the strong. 1 Corinthians 1:27. Imagine, if you will, a clay jar. Simple, overlooked, maybe even cracked in places. Now picture God pouring His radiant light into that jar, not despite the cracks, but because of them. That's you, chosen one. What others see as flaws, as fractures, as faults, God sees as openings. Openings for divine frequency, entry points for celestial power, channels for heavenly revelation. They look at your sensitivity and call it disorder. But what they don't realize is they can't hear what you hear, they can't feel what you feel, and they surely can't carry what you carry. However, I am here to reveal to you today that what they call too much, too emotional, too intense, is actually your divine attunement. It's your spiritual antenna tuned into frequencies they're not even aware exist. You aren't broken, baby. You're wired for the divine. You aren't lost. You're just following a different compass, one they don't have the map for. Now hear me. The moon in Capricorn does not come to play games. This ain't a phase of fluffy horoscopes and wishful thinking. No, sir. This is divine structure stepping in to replace chaos. It's the sacred scaffolding your soul's been waiting for. It's the blueprint of heaven unfolding in your life. You've been scattered, haven't you? Pulled in too many directions. One foot in your calling, the other still tangled in expectations that ain't yours to carry. But the Capricorn moon? Oh, it says no more. No more bending to please. No more shrinking to fit. No more denying what heaven already confirmed. This moon comes to help you build, not just any life, but a life rooted in the divine design. A life that reflects who you really are, not who they expect you to be. And beloved, if only you could see what I see over you right now. If only you could feel the angelic assistance gathered around you in this very moment. You are not alone. There are divine beings circling you, watching over you, cheering you on. Not because you're perfect, but because you're chosen. And they know what this alignment means. They know this moment in time isn't just another date on the calendar. No, this is a turning point in the sacred journey of your soul. They gather, yes they do, because heaven itself recognizes this as a checkpoint, a crossroads, a holy activation. And so I say to you today, stand tall in that knowing. Let them talk. Let them doubt. You just keep building, keep aligning, keep shining. Because what they mistook for weakness is actually your wild, holy strength. There is more to the 26th of March, 2025 than just another day on your calendar. When you reach this cosmic roadblock, your soul will be questioned with the following question. Are you prepared to fully embody your purpose? Would you be willing to let go of everything that is no longer contributing to your highest state of evolution? This is the last quarter moon, and it requires an honest evaluation. In what ways have you been successful? What aspects are still unfinished? What is it that needs to be let go of in order to make room for the subsequent stage of your journey? The people around you are afraid of questions like these, but you are spiritually prepared to answer them. They want to divert your attention. They're looking to numb you. They want you to be so preoccupied with everyday concerns that you fail to recognize this cosmic chance despite its existence. On the other hand, something within you, something that is both ancient and knowledgeable, has been getting ready for this situation. If you've been touched by God's goodness, don't keep it to yourself. Click Super Thank You and sow a gift of $20 or more to help spread His light. Your giving becomes a ripple of grace, blessing hearts and building His kingdom. Let His overflow pour through you. Those are not just random firings of the neurons. We are providing you with cosmic downloads that are preparing you for this very connection. All of those reoccurring symbols, those settings that are familiar but unfamiliar, and those interactions with entities who you recognize in some way have been preparation. There is a sextile between Venus and Pluto that strengthens your ability to transform through connection. There is no such thing as a casual relationship here. In this context, the activation of soul contracts is mentioned. At this very moment, you are being introduced to individuals who are in possession of the keys that will allow you to unlock aspects of your destiny that would otherwise remain dormant. There are some of you who have been experiencing unexpected attractions, sudden intense connections, and relationships that feel both brand new and anciently familiar at the same time. Activating soul identification is the Venus-Pluto frequency, which is being described here. Permit me to share with you something that they would like you not to know. During this Venus-Pluto sextile, energetic conditions are being created that make it possible for wealth to be transferred. This includes not only financial riches, although that may be a component of it, but also spiritual wealth, the wisdom of ancestors, information that has been forgotten, and DNA activations that have remained latent for generations. In order to receive and appropriately manage these blessings, the Capricorn moon is responsible for establishing the necessary structure. It is possible that such blessings will overload your system if you do not have this divine timing. On the other hand, the universe, in all of its flawless knowledge, has put together this sequence with great precision. The Capricorn moon is responsible for creating the container, while Venus-Pluto establishes the channel. It is your empowerment that they fear. They are aware of what is nearing. Their control mechanisms will no longer have any effect on you once you have fully embodied your cosmic inheritance, as they are aware of this fact. Each and every one of those meteor showers, each and every streak of light, carries with it a download of remembering, bringing back to your consciousness old wisdom and reawakening cosmic memories somewhere within your cells. You are receiving activation codes that are rewriting your spiritual DNA, while others are simply witnessing a breathtaking display of the night sky. These comets that are visible throughout this time period are not just passing over. They have returned exactly when they were supposed to in order to see and facilitate this great awakening. They are the timekeepers of the heavens, a proof that you are exactly where you need to be. At the exact moment that you need to be there is the appearance of their presence at this moment. This particular incarnation was not a random selection made by you. On the basis of a random roll of the cosmic dice, you did not choose this particular historical turning point. You arrived expressly for this time because your soul has codes that are necessary for the next progression of humanity's evolutionary journey. While they continue to be bound by the constraints of linear time, your consciousness is growing to accept the concept of cosmic timing. Blessed by His grace, click Super Thank You and give $20 plus to spread His light. Your gift plants seeds that grow His kingdom. Be the blessing. Not only are these times based on the clock, but they also include the Capricorn moon, at 6:24 a.m., the final quarter moon at 12:30 a.m. UTC, and the Venus-Pluto sextile at 2:44 p.m. and Pacific Time, respectively. These are cosmic keystones that, when aligned, form a doorway of possibility that only appears once in many lifetimes. This portal cannot be encountered more than once. When I utter these facts, are you able to sense that resonance emanating from your body? That is not an emotional response. That is an acknowledgement. This is your cells, remembering the reason they came to this location. Your DNA is aligning itself more closely with your cosmic blueprint, and this is what you see happening. They have made an effort to cut you off from this fact of knowledge. They want to keep your attention fractured. Therefore, they have produced an unending number of distractions. In order to keep you from seeing the truly momentous cosmic events that are taking place right now, they have created fictitious emergencies from scratch. However, something within you has held on to its vigilance. Even if they have made an effort to blind you, something within you has remained to follow the directions of the stars. On the 26th of March, 2025, you will reach a stage in your spiritual journey when there is no turning back. This is something that you are aware of. You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. Matthew 5:14. Let me give it to you plain, beloved. You are not a flicker. You are a flame. You are not a candle in the corner. You are a lighthouse on the shore. You weren't placed on this earth to hide, to shrink, or to blend in. You were born to shine. You were designed to be seen. And just like a city on a hill, the light God placed in you was never meant to be hidden under somebody else's expectations. You've got kingdom blueprints stamped on your soul. Having the moon in Capricorn carries with it divine authority. This isn't soft energy, it's sacred assignment. It comes to tell you, enough is enough. Quit handing over your spiritual power to other people. Stop asking for permission to be the person heaven already approved. You've been waiting for a sign, but baby, you are the sign. You've been waiting on validation, but it's time to validate yourself. The Capricorn moon doesn't come to entertain. It comes to establish. It awakens the inner authority that's been yours since the day your soul chose this incarnation. Even though they want you leaning on external confirmation, waiting for someone else to say, yes, now you're worthy, this moon says, stand up, take your crown, walk like you've already been chosen. Some of you, let's be honest, have been acting like you don't matter, like your voice don't carry weight. You've been turning your light down, dimming your brilliance, just to make others feel more comfortable in the presence of your calling. But let me tell you, God doesn't create small souls. He doesn't assign big missions to invisible people. You've been hiding, but heaven's been watching. And this moon says, it's time. You've been denying your gifts, spiritual insight, healing hands, prophetic wisdom, because you were afraid of what people might say, afraid of judgment, afraid of rejection. But hear me now. Rejection is just redirection toward divine alignment. The people who couldn't see you weren't meant to walk with you. You were never created to be understood by everybody because your anointing isn't for everybody. Nothing more needs to be said about the last quarter moon in Capricorn because its message is crystal clear. It opens a sacred doorway for release. The pressure you've been feeling, that's spiritual labor, that tension, that's transformation. The heaviness, that's your old self shedding its skin. You are being invited, no, commissioned, to release the false labels, the inherited limitations, the small thinking, the borrowed shame, the last quarter moon is your cosmic green light. It's the holy moment where God says, let them go, let it fall away, let it burn, if it has to, but come out free. Chosen one, your time is not coming, it's here. Stand tall in your soul's authority. Speak with heaven's confidence and walk with the knowing that the same God who called stars by name has called you by name too. And that light you carry, let it shine, let it blaze, let it build a path so others can rise too. Because when you finally step into who you were born to be, no power on earth can stop what heaven already approved. Amen. Each and every limiting idea that you have about yourself, each and every prison of inadequacy, and each and every chain of self-doubt, it is the final quarter moon that arrives with divine bolt cutters to destroy these limitations once and for all. You were not born to conform to structures that were created to restrict the possibilities of humans. It was not intended for you to follow the routes that have been mapped out by those who are afraid of genuine spiritual freedom. For the sole purpose of breaking molds and establishing new templates of what is possible when a soul fully accepts its cosmic inheritance, you incarnated precisely for this purpose. When it comes to personal relationships, the Venus-Pluto sextile functions analogously to a cosmic truth serum. All of a sudden, you realize that you can no longer tolerate dishonesty in your relationships. All of a sudden, you are demanding depth. Although in the past, you were okay with superficial conversation, you are not being difficult if you do this. This is your soul's way of expressing its refusal to continue to be deprived of nutrients. They will refer to you as outrageous. You are going to be labeled as being overly intense. The implication that they will make is that your expectations are unreasonable. On the other hand, when has genuine transformation ever been pleasurable? When has it ever been convenient to experience genuine evolution? Your bravery is being praised by the universe, as seen by the meteor showers that are visible throughout this period. Every ray of light is a confirmation that this is the way, the decisions that you are making to bring yourself into alignment with your best path. This is something that you, my dearly loved ones, take into consideration. The astrological convergence that occurs on March 27th, 2025, generates conditions that speed the process of manifestation. When you are aligned with your inner purpose, something that traditionally would have taken years to build can now be materialized in a matter of months, weeks, or even days. The Capricorn moon is responsible for providing the framework for creation that is sustainable. Obstacles are removed when the moon is in its final quarter. The sextile between Venus and Pluto invests your creations with the ability to undergo transformation. And the cosmic light show that is above you is a sign that the divine is endorsing the sacred job that you have done. You now have access to manifestation talents that other people would consider to be impossible. It is possible to manipulate reality in ways that science is not yet able to explain. You have creative codes stored in your DNA, and they are being triggered as a result of this particular cosmic alignment. They do not want you to be aware of the truth about your creative potential. Instead, they would prefer that you adhere to their specified techniques, which produce outcomes that are limited and predictable. They are afraid of what may occur when you completely embrace your cosmic creative inheritance. Nevertheless, I am here to say that the astrological confluence that has taken place today will remove the governor that they have set on your manifestation engine. All of a sudden, the objects that you have been imagining materialize before your very eyes. When you speak, all of a sudden, Your words carry the power of creativity that can change the very fabric of your existence. In the sign of Capricorn, the moon urges, build it. The last quarter moon has the following message. After clearing away what no longer serves, the Venus-Pluto sextile says, with transformative love as your foundation. Within the confines of this cosmic window, this is the divine formula that is being presented to you. This technology is considered sacred, and it is only accessible to those individuals who have the ability to see and the heart to receive it. The situation has been arranged for you. All of those difficulties were not meant to be a kind of punishment. Rather, they were meant to serve as preparation. It wasn't denial that caused all of those delays. Rather, it was divine timing. Those relationships that ended up falling apart were not losses. Rather, they were essential clearings that were necessary in order to make room for what is to come.